What's up guys, and in this video today I'm going to show you how you can get the most out of your players, development wise and personality wise. So first of all, what I do, I value personality a lot. I sometimes even value personality over quality. Of course, if they're really close, then I value personality more, and if the other one is a lot better, then of course quality is the main reason. But how do you get the most out of your players? So first of all, to give you a little bit of context, this guy plays for the Dutch national team and has 3-star ability. He is a leading player and he was labeled a wonderkid in the past. So to give you a little bit of an image, 3 stars current ability, 3 stars potential ability, and he was labeled a wonderkid. Now, for those of you who don't know, a wonderkid is a player who has at minimum a 160 potential ability. It goes in a range from 0 or 1 to 200. Messi, for example, had 199, I think. And in order to be labeled a wonderkid, you need to have at least 160 of that potential. So this guy had that, and this guy is 3 stars current ability, 3 stars potential ability. So in other words, he is at least 160 current ability or potential ability. So then you know how good my squad is, and I can show you how I develop my players and how to get the most out of them. Now you can see here, this goalkeeper is 20 years old and has a really bad current ability, but still has an amazing potential ability. Now, it is not guaranteed that he's going to reach that potential ability, and the reason for that is that he's not playing enough games. I cannot give him that many games, but I saw his potential ability, so I needed to buy him. Now, that is why loans are really important. You need to loan him out and let him play at a high level. That is why players sometimes don't develop as well. Is you need to, when they reach a certain point, they need to play against better opposition in order to further develop themselves. If they bang in 50 goals every season in the Icelandic Premier Division, then you're just not gonna get any better. And when you sell them to, I don't know, Manchester United, they are gonna get better because they are playing against better opposition. So that is why for your club it's really important, for example, to qualify for the Champions League if you really want to reach that elite stage of player development. Now, one obvious thing that I always do is I go to the mentoring, and I have a lot of players in my mentoring groups. Now I can show you this guy, for example. He has now 20 determination, has a driven personality. And if you go to his progress, attributes, and then all time, you can see that his determination went up by 3. And I think at the beginning he was fairly determined personality, and now he has a driven personality. And the same goes for, where is he? This guy, I think. I bought him only a few years ago, and he had 16 or 17 determination. And now he has 20, and he's gone up by 3 as well. So mentoring really works, and the determination attribute is actually the attribute that goes up and down the quickest in the whole game. So why not take advantage of that? Why not have it the highest possible and let them influence other players to get it as high up as well? And then after a while your team can look like this in terms of determination. Another thing that is really important for player development is training, of course. Now this guy, he is my club legend and my favorite striker. He is an elite striker, he is a world-class player, and he plays for me as an advanced forward. Now the game thinks he's a poacher, but I play him as an advanced forward. Now there are a few things that I really value as an advanced forward. Of course, it are his mental abilities, which he has amazing, but also his physical abilities and the Holy Trinity, of course, with dribbling, finishing, and first touch. Now for his physical attributes, I value pace a lot, especially in a little bit of lower leagues. Pace is just really important. And if you go to his training, you can see I am training him as a striker and an advanced forward. Now it's really important that you really specify which position, role and duty he is playing, because those are the areas that he will be developing in the most. Then as an additional focus, you always want to press one of here. Normally when they're young, I will always press quickness, because I really value a player with developed physical attributes. And then when they're like 18 or 19 years old, then you can see if they need extra development in their physical department, or then you can go over to the technical department. The mental department will normally develop when they're a little bit older, but this guy just had really good mentals, so I was really happy with that. So now I am working him on shooting, because yeah, I don't know, I want this one to be wanted this one to be blue as well. From 17 and upwards, for me it's blue, so they just look nice, so no real reason after that one. I can show you his progress real quick. So if you go to all time, you can see just how much he developed. In his pace, for example, he went up 4 in acceleration and went up 5 in pace. So he started at 9 pace and 13 acceleration. So that is not very fast, and you wouldn't even think that he could be a fast striker in the future. But if you train him on quickness, on an advanced forward, then he can be. So he's now a lot faster than he was in the beginning. And just look how much he progressed. Look at his mentals, for example. Look at his... all of it just progressed. And as you can see, his concentration didn't progress at all. His aggression and his bravery didn't as well, because I am training him as an advanced forward. Decisions, composure and anticipation develop the most. And maybe the most obvious thing that you need to do, what I mentioned briefly before in the video, is give them the playing time that they need at a high enough level. So this guy is one of the best in the world right now. He's a model citizen, has a massive value and is a world-class player already, and still has a little bit potential to get better. Now, I bought him from a relatively unknown Spanish club in the lower leagues. I just saw his potential and I didn't think much of it, so I bought him and I loaned him out to a average Belgium side. And then all of a sudden he had a little bit of a spike in his current ability, and I saw, oh, maybe something is there. And the next year Valencia wanted him, and then the year after that I wanted him myself, because he just developed as a madman. So if you buy players, make sure they play. That is the most important thing in player development. Let them play at their level. Not at a second division or a lower league. If they are good enough to play for Valencia, let them please play for Valencia. Even though they maybe don't score that many goals, because it's right at their level, still let them play at that level, because they will develop so much quicker than if you don't. So this guy, he is now one of the best in the world, and I don't know how much his potential will be, but I really enjoy this guy. If you go to his progress, you can actually see his determination went up by 6, everything went up by 2, 3, even 4 some things. So he developed really quickly in just 2 years. So that is what playing time can do for a player. Now, these were just some few quick tips for player development. For me, they always worked, and I know that they will work for you as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.